loves me so much.
Are you joking?
He's also a fox.
What? Stop.
If you haven't noticed, my husband's very, very handsome. His heart is even more beautiful.
I get another lecture from you, I'm gonna go crazy.
Oh my gosh, I work so hard.
Shut up, bitch. You're a fucking idiot.
What's the title of her show? Love Meghan. For what? To watch? Who wants to watch Meghan Markle bake a pot?
Are you in love now more than ever?
Are you in love? How happy and beautiful is your husband? He's so beautiful.
That you don't call another human being Your Highness?
Meghan Markle, the only thing she found was a rich, famous husband.
You're complaining about your hard life, and you're so privileged. It's just so weird. It's ridiculous.
My castle's too small. The queen is mean to me. They won't let me call myself Her Royal Highness anymore, but I'm gonna put it all over my stationery and on the gifts that I give to my friends.
The nearest thing Meghan Markle ever had to a billion-dollar idea was marrying a prince.
There's nothing I like about her. Well, she never stops whining.
But to the world, it's just, what has she been doing? Does she work? As opposed to, oh my gosh, I work so hard. And I appreciate what hard work looks like. I like working hard.
The beginning of that clip where she's like, oh my God, oh God. Oh, it's like, it's so inauthentic.
The woman who destroyed her in-laws' family, whose own family doesn't like her, whose in-laws obviously don't like her, the public doesn't like her.
Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Drama, or is she simply misunderstood?
His heart is even more beautiful. I mean,
Oh, but his heart is even more beautiful. This is so forced.
Let's talk about that tearful podcast appearance. Did it improve her image or just fuel more backlash? Also, am I the only one getting some seriously uneasy vibes from the host, Jamie Kern-Lima? Just saying.
And Meghan's accepting all these compliments. I know I'm great, aren't I?
That was just the beginning. The internet absolutely tore into Meghan for making Time magazine's top 100 most influential women list. And let's not forget Prince Harry's cringeworthy BBC interview. A moment so uncomfortable, critics were nearly choking on the awkwardness.
I don't know how much longer my father has. He won't speak to me because of this security stuff. I would love reconciliation with my family. I've always, there's no point in continuing to fight anymore. As I said, life is precious.
If you are trying to reconcile with your family, if you are trying to make amends, you don't go on TV and blame them again. This is literally the last.
Behind closed doors, former staffers are painting a messy picture, portraying Meghan less as a saint and more as a narcissist. On top of that, her Spotify deal was canceled, her Netflix series bombed, and rumors are swirling that she's one mistake away from being cut off by the royal family. Maybe it's time she stops signing gifts as Her Royal Highness.
Meghan Markle is now accused of breaking the agreement with the late Queen after podcast revelation, with the compliments of HRH, which is Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Sussex.
You made homemade strawberry jam. It's kind of like a doctor when you keep referring to them as doctor and like, call me Susan. I would never refer to myself as Her Royal Highness.
I think if somebody gives you a gift, you can say, so-and-so, my friend so-and-so gave me a present. Yeah. I don't feel like she needed to
Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, in her first ever podcast interview.
She's allegedly wearing no makeup. Meanwhile, she's got like the perfect blowout, and like she's completely
Meghan Markle's latest podcast appearance was billed as a raw, unscripted, makeup-free moment. Just the Duchess opening up and pouring her heart out.
She's stuck because she was an actress who became a real princess, wants to be an actress again, but has to continue to pretend to be a real.
Here's the issue. To many, it all came across as painfully staged. Honestly, Katy Perry claiming to be an astronaut might have seemed more genuine than Meghan's attempt at being real.
I love that your eyes are sparkling right now.
Oh.
Oh my God. Dan, I threw up in my mouth.
Yes.
And let's not overlook the host, Jamie, a close friend of Meghan's, who spent almost the entire episode flattering her.
I created for the kids these email addresses that sort of like names, again, that you would never guess, that I will give them at some point in their lives when they're older. But before I go to bed...
So what did we really learn about Meghan's royal persona after all of this? Not much. Critics weren't buying it, seeing her podcast appearance as a well-orchestrated move to boost her growing lifestyle brand. Sure, it seemed like a win when her product sold out in 30 minutes. But here's the catch. When I checked her website during my review, it said, coming soon, and just 5 minutes later, sold out. But the reality, there wasn't much stock to begin with. Classic scarcity marketing to create the illusion of success. Meghan also shared personal tidbits about her motherhood, like writing nightly emails to her kids, but the whole moment felt more like a carefully crafted image than a real breakthrough.
That face, she's not happy.
Oh, yeah, it's so hard to be pretty. So your life is so hard. You're a fucking princess. I wonder how hard it is to be Cinderella when you look like the fucking step witch's mother.
By the way,
didn't even know about.
I didn't even know you were
If you
black.
can believe it, that line sounded like it came straight out of the Perfect Mom playbook, right? The episode racked up millions of streams with clips flooding TikTok and Instagram. Host Jamie Kern-Lima called it raw, but many skeptics weren't convinced. There was a moment where Meghan said, "There are times we get together and I'm like, I just want DoorDash," and you're like, "Let's cook." And I'm like, "No, I don't want to cook again, Meghan. My God, take a break." But here's the weird part. Jamie kept emphasizing that Meghan didn't see any of the questions beforehand, which just raised suspicions. It made viewers wonder why make such a big deal out of it. Were they trying to convince the audience or themselves? Either way, most people weren't buying it.
Do small flower arrangements. Take a lot of jam.
That feeding of others is my self-care. Oh my God, Glenn.
You have shown me some of the most excruciating and unbearable footage I've seen in quite a long time.
The Daily Mail's Alexander Larm dismissed Meghan's tearful moments as a clear attempt to stay relevant. Over on X, users quickly called out her polished delivery, with one person joking, "Even her tears have a PR team." Some even claimed she was pretending to cry, zooming in to show there wasn't a tear in sight. Meanwhile, Maher reported that critics felt Meghan's stories were too self-centered, constantly circling back to her brand or personal struggles. The Express quoted royal insiders who believed no amount of emotional rebranding would fix her public image. Meghan's appearance at the Time 100 summit only sparked more sharp criticism, leaving people questioning who's more fake at these events, Meghan Markle or Blake Lively.
Also, editing all the time-coded notes for season 2 of With Love Meghan, and then being in edits for the podcast, and being a mom and a wife and a friend. But to the world, it's just, what has she been doing? Does she work? As opposed to, oh my gosh, I work so hard, and I appreciate what hard work looks like. I like working hard.
She's not editing scripts. She's not editing what's going to happen the next day. People are putting that in place. She won't even organize her own clothes. Everything is organized for her. That is not hard work. Hard work is get up in the morning, get to 7 o'clock, get into a factory or a shop and working for 10 hours on your feet, coming home knackered. That's not what happened.
Even though Meghan didn't make the 2025 list, her speech at the summit still sparked major backlash. Over on X, users slammed her inclusion as absurd, pointing out that her business ventures, selling jam, honey, and cupcake sprinkles, aren't exactly groundbreaking. One commenter fired back, "Who does she think she is, Gayle King? A woman with a proven track record of real impact." Another criticized Meghan for being a manipulator, claiming she doesn't do the work herself, whether it's Netflix or making the jams, as everything is done for her. Meanwhile, GB News quoted critics who labeled Meghan as a self-promoter still riding on her royal connections.
And being a mom and a wife and a friend.
Oh, yeah.
Those are all jobs. I mean, I love being that busy, but I do think it's really interesting when people have no sense of what goes into the thing.
Yeah.
But she is a malignant narcissist who cannot get enough of herself while she's simultaneously...
Meghan's influence under scrutiny, her time nod is now raising more questions than praise. Meanwhile, Prince Harry's latest BBC interview is making headlines as he takes aim at King Charles, accusing him of ignoring security concerns. He claims he can't safely bring his family to the UK due to security issues, but critics quickly shot back, pointing out that he could hire private security and avoid public announcements. Instead of gaining sympathy, Harry's comments sparked a media storm, with Sarah Vine calling his tone self-pitying and accusing him of exploiting his father's cancer battle. Palace insiders and social media users slammed Harry's remarks as insensitive, even calling the interview a royal pity party. The drama didn't end with Harry. Meghan's name resurfaced amid the fallout. Critics like Megyn Kelly didn't hold back, labeling her a malignant narcissist, and others describe Meghan's podcast as a self-centered therapy session. Even wellness brands like Goop reportedly passed on collaborating with her, citing her polarizing image. Critics on social media argue that every tear Meghan sheds or personal story she shares now feels like a calculated performance rather than genuine vulnerability, and it's starting to lose its impact.
What's the title of her show? Love Meghan. For what to watch? Who wants to watch Meghan Markle bake a pot?
Are you in love now more than ever?
Are you in love? How happy and beautiful is your husband? He's so beautiful.
Podcast host Jamie Kern-Lima found herself under fire after her overly enthusiastic performance during Meghan's episode, with many viewers feeling her praise was forced and scripted. YouTube commentator The Royal Rogue criticized Lima's high-pitched tone as exaggerated and artificial, even suggesting she sounded more like a hired cheerleader than a genuine host. The constant gushing from Lima made the episode feel less like a real conversation and more like a late-night infomercial, According to The Independent's Rosine Lanigan, over on X, users pointed out that the episode was more about hyping Meghan than offering real insights, especially given Lima's successful career as a billionaire entrepreneur. Rather than sharing wisdom, she spent the entire hour gushing over Meghan, leaving listeners wondering why someone so successful was spending time as Meghan's personal PR rep. Whether it's Meghan's tear-filled podcast moments or Harry's dramatic BBC interviews, the debate lingers. Are they speaking their truth or just staging drama?
She decided she didn't want to be a real princess because to be a real princess involves duty and responsibility, caring about other people. And so she just wanted to be a pretend princess in Hollywood. So she split her husband off from his royal family and then inked a $1 zillion deal with a bunch of media companies and then all her projects.
From Time magazine's puzzling, most influential nod to leaks about Meghan's fiery temper, people are questioning everything. Critics have branded the couple as self-absorbed, using their personal struggles for sympathy, while supporters argue they're just misunderstood, trying to reclaim their narrative. But let's be honest, the internet seems mostly skeptical. Are Meghan and Harry genuinely sharing their truth, or is it a personal branding masterclass disguised as vulnerability? The line between authenticity and performance has never been blurrier, and perhaps none of us really know. We're just out here scrolling through royal drama while trying to make rent. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for the next deep dive into the world's most talked about power couple.